Let's really, truly dive into the San Francisco 49ers playoff chances. The question is, guys, can the 49ers keep their slim playoff hopes alive at home with the win over the LA Rams? As of right now, the 49ers have a 7% chance of making the playoffs. 7% chance. They have a lot of key guys on injuries, such as CMC, Jordan Mason, Brandon Ayuk, and Hargrave, just to name a few. But they're starting to get some guys back on defense. Their studs, as they like to say, are back. Greenlaw is still listed as out as of today, but he could be potentially playing on Thursday. We'll see what happens, right? A needle in the ankle does wonders, but beyond that, they're pretty healthy on the starting defense line across the board. However, the 49ers have not won back-to-back games all season long. And by the way, they beat the Chicago Bears last week. If you guys remember, they actually played pretty damn good versus the Chicago Bears. 300 and some odd yards of total offense in the first half, and the Chicago Bears had 4. They played pretty good, but they have not won back-to-back games all season long. If the 49ers were to lose this game, their playoff chances go down to 1%, Hunter. 1%. And if they win, they jump up to 11%. A bombing 11%. So, guys, can the 49ers keep their playoff hopes alive? Can they win? Can they potentially get into a wild card or a division championship? Can they do it? Like my man Mark D said 3 weeks ago, put a fork in them. And I have to agree with him. The 49ers win, lose, draw, indifferent, they are done. The 49ers have been done the last couple weeks. They've just been kind of stringing along like a little bit because the Cardinals don't want to win. The Seahawks don't want to put it away. The Rams are starting to get hot. They might finally run away with the division. But the only reason why the 49ers are still in somewhat of a conversation of winning or going to the playoffs is because the rest of the division is scared to win. Not only do I think they lose on Thursday to the LA Rams, I think it's going to be a boat race. Like I said, I think it is going to be a boat race. Right now, they're sitting at a 7% chance. If they lose, down to a 1%. If they win, up to a bombing 11%. You know how's a better chance of making the playoffs than them right now? If they were to lose at 11% per cent, the Cardinals got 11% chance. The Falcons have a 50% chance. The Rams have a 50% chance. Hell, the Cowboys got a better chance of making the playoffs if the 49ers lose. Let's just be honest. But guys, are the 49ers done? Can we officially put the fork in them? Can we stop talking about the 49ers and their playoff chances? Can we? Can we? Answer to that question is yes. They are done. They are done. Laura says, if this was last year, I would definitely pick the Niners. This year's Niners are dog shit. What? Dog poopy, she says. Beep it out, radio. Dog doo-doo, she says. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Jim Powell says Goff equals Stafford, so other positions are the issues at every spot, though. And to be honest, on paper, the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions offense are kind of mirrors of each other, right? The 49ers had CMC and Mason. The Lions have Montgomery and Gibbs. You can kind of probably wash those guys out. If Stafford is Goff, you can probably wash those guys out. Debo is probably St. Brown, right? Kind of wash those guys out. Detroit Lions have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL, so they are by far superior, right? The issue is coaching, honestly. Kyle Shanahan, it just doesn't coach very well in nut crunch time situations. It just doesn't happen. Hunter Millen says the only thing that's iffy is did the Rams play hard game versus the Bills and the 49ers won the Bears by halftime. So he's saying, are the Rams tired after the Bills game? And I don't think so. So the Rams are not tired after the Bills game because they have bigger aspirations by just winning one game, right? Now, if this was a non-divisional game, right? Let's say they were playing the Jacksonville Jaguars after beating the Buffalo Bills. I could see a letdown. I could see a hangover. I could see the Jags potentially coming up and beating the LA Rams because of the hangover aspect, game meaning nothing. This game means everything. Not only is this a divisional game, this keeps the Rams' playoff hopes alive. So they are not going to be tired. There is not going to be any hangover. John said the spread is 42.5. That would probably be the over-under points, Jim. So that is are they going to be over 42.5 points scored? The spread is only 3 points. The 49ers are favored by 3 points in this game. So the Rams would be an upset, I guess. You were right. Hunter says, at this point, they are the 49ers with all the injuries, or the 48ers with all the injuries. And I know Jameson, as soon as I post this clip over here at Facebook.com and YouTube.com, he is going to come out with the list of injuries that the 49ers have. He is going to have 22, 23 names on there, right? He's going to come at that. Injuries. There's other teams that are dealing with injuries, and they're doing just fine. The Detroit Lions, 15 guys on IR. 11 of them are on defense, right? The Kansas City Chiefs, they keep adding guys to IR. I don't know how many they have, but they keep adding guys on like on there, right? The Green Bay Packers, they got a few guys on like IR, right? They're starting to get healthy and get those guys back from IR, but they keep winning. The simple fact of the matter, like I said earlier, is that the starting team for the 49ers is pretty good. Their backups, their depth sucks. When you look at other teams, their depth is nice. The Detroit Lions, their second team and the third team could probably be starters on most other teams. Pittsburgh Steelers, their secondary, their backups and third stringers can be started on any other team. The point is that the 49ers do not coach well. I believe it was Ben Johnson that said it best when they beat the Green Bay Packers last Thursday, was that we coach all of our players as if they are starting that week. And that has stuck into my head, and I'm going to implement that into my new team that I'll be coaching next season. I will be implementing that aspect, that mindset to, hey, I don't care if you're a freshman. I don't care if you're a senior. I don't care if you're a backup kicker. I'm coaching you to as if you are starting the next game. And I don't see the 49ers doing that. And that is why there's such a big drop-off in their second and third stringers. It's because they do not coach like that. John says, butter toast in San Francisco. Not wrong. Mark D says the Rams are winning the NFC West. We will talk about that coming up. We'll be talking about that. Laura says, as much as I would like to disagree with Mark, I absolutely agree. The Rams are winning. Slow it down, baby. Slow it down. And Kevin says the Bills have a ton of injuries as well. Just starting to get a few back now. And Kevin, right? Flashback to what? Week 4 and week 5 when you lost to the Ravens and Texans back-to-back weeks. You guys were a very, very injured team. You were a very, very shell of yourself team. Wasn't old Josh Allen dealing with that wrist injury, right? It is what it is. And injury should not be any team's excuse. Not wrong. John's like, oh, we're all getting along. Until Noah says your favorite trans streamer. Noah, if you knew anything about me, we will, on the After Hours show, I will address that. How about that? But speaking of the winners of the NFC West,